In this video, you will learn Facebook advertisement guidelines. You will learn how to create ads the right way. You will learn how to get Facebook ads as low as 1 cent per click. Before we move forward, we must cover the first step, and it is an important step. The first step is understanding Facebook guidelines. In order to create ads, you must understand Facebook guidelines. Why? So you can know what to do and how to do it the first time and save time, and so you don't have to do it the wrong way and waste time. Okay, so in order to do this, let's log on to the URL you see below, which will take us to the Facebook guideline page. So log on to www.facebook.com/ad_guidelines.php. Hey my friends, we are here at Facebook Advertising Guidelines. I highly suggest for you to log on to this page and read this over and over and over and over again until you get it. It's important that you get it, so when you learned the Facebook guidelines when it comes to advertising, you pretty much know what to do, and that will honestly help you save time and especially money. So come to this website and explore this and read this over and over again. It's good information that draws out a parameter for you to follow when it comes to advertising your ads. So check out Facebook Advertising Guidelines. Okay, so now that we went over the Facebook guidelines, let's look at how to create great ads and to do them the right way. The most important factor is the image to catch the attention of your potential customer. You have to have an attractive image with an attractive green or red color with borders or a perpendicular border at the left. Then a headline with a question to create an interest. The formula is high CTR equals attractive image plus simple targeted title and body text plus decent numbers of targeted audience equals low CPC. What's CTR? CTR means click-through rate. What that is this: the percentage of people that clicks your ad after seeing it. On Facebook, the average CTR is generally 0.10%. You want 1 cent per click? Well, try aiming for a 0.25% CTR. The higher the CTR, the more traffic you can get at a lower cost, and therefore the more numbers of leads you can get at a lower cost. It's about 4 factors really. Let's create a goal to use as an example. Your body text: click like if you like Rihanna. Selecting the right target audience / demographics. Your ad header. And finally, most importantly, is your image. You can stress on the red or green borders. I'll show you an example later. Alright, now that we've got a goal, let's see how to get there. First off, understand that your ad's picture influences 70% of the CTR. The other 30% is influenced by your headline and copy. People say otherwise, but this is what my testing shows. So, if you want a high CTR, you need to have an image that will get people to click. Now, there are numbers of ways to get high CTR images, but I'll tell you 2 strategies that works the best. Add a border or a side ribbon of an eye-catching color. If you got eye-popping neon green or red, people will have no choice but to look at your ad and see what your ad is saying. It is super important to do this. Getting the user to actually look at the ad is the first thing. Now we want them to generate a click. So if you look closely, you can see how these images, they have red borders and green borders. It really makes your eyeballs go, hey, what's over here? Let me check this out. This is the technique you want to apply. Use an image that will get the user's interest. This can be a little tough to figure out, so it calls for a lot of testing. I'll give you an example. If the ad headline says 5 foods that make you fat, and your ad image is a bar of chocolate, users won't be as interested in clicking the ad because they know chocolate will make them fat. However, what if you had a picture of an apple? Well, guess what? A huge alarm goes off in the head. Hey, I thought apples were healthy for you, is what your potential customer is thinking, and so they click. That's how it's done. Here's an example of an image that can be used to generate a high CTR. But be careful while choosing the image and not to infringe any privacy or copyrights. That's important. And that is why earlier I emphasized for you to go read the Facebook advertising guidelines. You have to know these things, because if you get caught, you're in trouble. Well, you are targeting a huge amount of people and you are trying to get a huge CTR. That's a paradox, because the more people you target, the smaller your CTR gets. So we need to make sure that our CTR stays insanely high and that our ad is shown to enough people so we can get a lot of clicks, which ultimately drops our CPC to 1 cent per click. I'll show you my last few ninja secrets on getting 1 cent per click. Stay tuned. We know how to get high CTR and a high volume. However, we don't necessarily know how to get both. Let me explain. We can use a really cool, eye-popping and intriguing image to garner a great CTR, and we can broaden our targeting so we can get lots of volume. But when we broaden our targeting, our CTR drops because people will be less likely to be interested in our ads. Okay, so what do we do? Here's a statement that stands true 95% of the time when you are advertising, regardless of your platform. Quality traffic costs more. Now that you know this, what we want to do is get our ads in front of quality traffic. This way we get more clicks and a higher CTR. But how do we get quality traffic if our targeting is broad? We do the following two things. I can't tell you how many marketers try to get 0 cent per click by bidding at half of the Facebook suggestion bid. I don't know if that worked before, but I can tell you one thing, it definitely doesn't work now. Here's a simple formula I like to follow. Bid about 2 cents under the Facebook suggested bid cap. So if Facebook is telling you to bid from 50 cents to $1, go ahead and place your bid at 98 cents. There are lots of other bidding practices that you can put to work for you in getting quality traffic, but I'm not going to name them all here. The 2 cent under the bid cap will have to do today. When doing this, I ask you one thing. Don't be a wuss. Most people don't bother bidding high because they are scared of paying premium. Seriously, if you want to hit that 1 cent per click, you have to cough up some inner bravery and tell Facebook you're the boss. They love it when you send traffic to a Facebook page or a Facebook application. Facebook allows you to send traffic to a page tab or to an application. Why does that matter? Well, you have full control over that page or tab. Okay, now that you can send traffic to any URL you want via a page tab, here's how sending traffic to a Facebook page will help you achieve the infamous 1 cent per click. Facebook shows ads linking to pages to quality users. Without a doubt, Facebook is smart. Quality users garner a higher CTR, right? Well, if Facebook can keep these quality users on their websites for as long as possible, they make lots of money. This is where our Facebook Apps Ninja software is so powerful. You can create awesome fan pages and other viral applications to drive traffic to them with Facebook apps. So let's make Facebook happy by sending traffic to a Facebook page. We will get more traffic, quality traffic, and random viral traffic from people clicking on the like as they click on the ad. So, with the basic strategies outlined in part 1 of this post, combined with the two things I've said here, you should be able to get your 1 cent per click, or damn close to it. Okay, so now we'll log on to my Facebook dashboard and show you an actual example of what I'm talking about. Hey my friends, we are here on my Facebook news feed area. So if you're logged on to your Facebook dashboard, please make sure you are located within your newsfeed area. And as you are, in the left sidebar, you will see a tab that says Create an Ad. You want to click on that tab. And as you click on it, it takes you to this page. This page reveals all the applications that you have created and all the pages that you have created. Now, as you use our software and you get better at it, of course, there's going to be more applications and pages that you will see on your behalf. I went ahead and created an example, and it says here, like six-pack abs, and I'm just going to click on this. Okay. Now, this page is where you set up your ad or sponsor story. In other words, this is the page where you go and create your banner ad. So it says here, people will see this first box where it says a new ad about like six-packs abs. You want to click on the first box, which would immediately open all this up for you. Here is a preview of the ad that you are creating. So as you go along and create it, Facebook will provide this preview box so you can see how it's going to look like in other people's news feeds, or even their timeline pages. Now, here's where it starts. Here's where it says headline. So here you want a good headline. Remember what I said earlier. You want a headline that asks a question, because psychologically it forces your potential customer to answer the question in their minds, in their mental process, because they're thinking, like six-pack abs? Yeah, I kind of do like six-pack abs. In fact, I kind of want that for myself. They may not say it out loud, and sometimes they will, but they're thinking it. And so your headline should be asking a question which indirectly it stimulates a question in their minds, which triggers an impulse to click on the ad. The second thing is the text. The text is this part here. Now, as in the preview, you can see here already, like six-pack abs. Now that is the headline, which I have here on mine. Like six-pack abs. Now the text is this part over here that you see, which says six-pack abs shortcuts, just 15 minutes a day. No need to go to the gym. You can do it at home. And you can see the same thing is being said here. Now, of course, your text or your description should be very catchy. So for example, it says six-pack abs shortcuts. I mean, when you think about it, we all do want shortcuts to get ripped six-pack abs in just 15 minutes a day. Great. Not much of my time is going to be taken away from me throughout my day. Good job. No need to go to the gym. Oh my God, for my busy schedule, I have no time to go to the gym. It would be great to work on my abs 15 minutes a day without having to go to the gym. You can do it at home. What? I can do this at home? Even more convenient. What you want to trigger is the psychological effects of convenience, because convenience stimulates a feeling and a thought of making it easy for them, and that's what you want them to get. That's what you want them to feel. So with a good headline like six-pack abs, yes, I do. Six-pack ab shortcuts, just 15 minutes a day, no need to go to the gym. You can do it at home. I'm in there. Sign me up. Click. Get it? Now, the image. The image here is 100 pixels by 72 pixels. Now, of course, as I said before, since I'm talking about six-pack abs, it is relevant for me to put an image of someone who has some great abdominals. Again, I don't want to be talking about six-pack abs and then I put an image of a book or an image of some curtains. I gotta keep the image relevant to what it is that I'm saying in the title and in the text. Okay, so this is key here. Now you can use this little thing here to find the image that you want within your computer and then just upload it. It's a very simple process. I'm not going to go through that all the way. I'm sure you have had the experience many times. What's more important is down here. Now you see this audience thing right here? This is the gold mine right there. Now, of course, you want to put the United States. You can also put Australia. Let's say you have an ebook that you're selling for $19.95, and it's an ebook that can be downloaded anywhere on this planet, not just in the United States. So you might want to put Australia. You might want to put Africa. You might want to put Europe. You want to put other places where you know where other people from other countries can still benefit from your product, and it's downloadable through, like, let's say PayPal or something like that. I'm just using the United States for the sake of this tutorial and just to give you an example. But yes, you can put other countries and other locations. So now let me talk a little bit more about the audience thing. Let me give you a metaphor to make this much more simpler. Okay, this is saying right now that I am targeting over 165,688,000 people who lives in the United States. Now, I may not want to target 165 million people. I may want to condense it. Now, here's the metaphor that I'm going to use to make this much more understandable. Let's say there's two people fishing in a river. One person is one side of the river, person A, and person B is in the other side of the river. And let's say person B has a machine that can detect where all the fishes are. Meanwhile, person A does not have a machine to know and to detect where the fishes are. Because person B has a machine that can detect where all the fishes are hanging out, who do you think is going to catch more fish? Person A or person B? Yes, you guessed it. Person B. Person B is going to come home with a bucket full of fishes and ready to feed its family, while person A is probably frustrated that they're not catching any fishes. Now, this little tool right here is the machine to tell you where all the fishes are hanging out so you can get your fishes. Fishes meaning your potential clients with whatever products you want to promote. So for example, see where it says 13 age? Now, my suggestion is best to always start with 25, because if you're selling products and all that, usually kids from 13 to, let's say, like 24, usually they're in college and all that, and they're saving money for school, or sometimes they're not even in school, and they're not really spenders. They're not clients who are willing to spend and invest money on themselves. So I always go for 25 and up, because 25 and up usually deal with people who are willing to invest more upon themselves and are willing to spend money, and those are really the clients that you want to look for. So watch what happens when I click on 25 with the audience. This number is going to change right here. And Facebook is doing its math, and boom, see, it has gotten lesser, which means it has condensed where all my little fishies are. Okay, this is good news. And this is the beautiful thing about Facebook, that it provides this tool and resource to make it easier for you, because once again, you know where the fishes are hanging out. Now let's move to the second tool here. See this precise interest? This is where you can condense it more. So I'm going to type in 6-pack abs, and Facebook will give me a list of what people are typing in within their Facebook pages. So I'm going to click on this and watch what happens to the number over here, the audience number. 700 people. Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, 152 million versus 700 people. It's not really so much about quantity, it's more about quality. 700 people is great, but the thing is, let's type in weight loss. That number went up to 21,780. There they go. So the more keywords that I type, the greater the audience become, because Facebook is calculating all the people who have typed in those keywords within their Facebook pages, and Facebook gives me the report of how many people I can reach in this ad, which is fabulous. So type in your keywords, get really good keywords, and have fun with this, and watch your audience get bigger and bigger and bigger, which means you know where your fishes are hanging out. Let's scroll down a little bit here now. Now you see where it says objective. Show this to people who are most likely to. You want to open that up and click the ad. Now once I did that, if you notice over here, I'm going to cover that up again, you see there's nothing over here and there's nothing over here where my mouse is hovering and over here. But when I open this up, booyah, suggested bid here and here. Now this is when Facebook is suggesting their bids. Now this is where you start playing along with the money you want to spend in bidding. So Facebook is already telling me the suggested bid here is 93 cents to $2.16. Now remember what I said earlier, bid under 2 cents of the suggested price on the higher end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2.14, which is $2.14. Now again, the reason for that is because Facebook wants to make money too. So Facebook is going to take those people who are willing to spend more money on the CPC. So if I bid just 2 cents under the suggested price that Facebook is telling me to bid on the higher end, Facebook is going to look at me and say, hey, this guy is willing to spend more money than these guys in the advertisement. Let me put him front and center or front in line because that's how I'm going to make more money off of this guy. And that's the incentive on Facebook's behalf, which is good. And this is why I say don't get so shy about this, because over here, up here where it says campaign budget, see right there is that what that means is $10. So what I'm telling Facebook right now is that I'm willing to spend $10 per day right here. But the downside about that is, again, if Facebook is looking at my suggested bid, I'm saying $2.14 on the higher end. Facebook is saying, great, this guy is willing to bid on the higher end. I'll put him front and center. But then with that $10 per day right here, that $10 per day, Facebook will look at me and say, but he's only willing to spend $10 a day. Meanwhile, this other guy over here is willing to bid $2.14, but they're willing to bid about $100 to $200 a day. So I'm going to put that person who wants to spend $100 to $200 a day front and center, which will put me in the backbone, which means my ad won't get that much exposures. So this is the decision where you have to make in order for you to know where you feel comfortable and how much money you want to spend in a day. I'm just gonna press another 0 and say and that's my way of telling Facebook, hey Facebook, I am comfortable to spend $100 a day at $2.14 a click, which is in the higher end of your suggested price, and I'm going to target 21,780 people. Now we're playing the game. So now Facebook sees me as value because I'm positioning myself as value in front of Facebook eyes, which they see a potential to make money for me, which means they're going to support my ad even more. Okay? Now we look over here, we have account time zone. What that is that you can choose the time zone in which you want your ads to come out in different locations. So you can choose Pacific and Honolulu, America, American Los Angeles, American Denver, American Phoenix, Chicago, New York, and etc. Which is a pretty cool feature if you ask me. So that's pretty much the basics in all honesty. This is a very simple, straightforward tool, but I guarantee you it is a very powerful tool. And I hope you can understand that by the analogy that I gave you about the audience. Because once I click go for this ad is going to be exposed to 21,780 people. Honey, I'm coming home with a whole bunch of fish to feed the family. Right on. We have reached the end, my friends. With the information you have, you can now go out there and create successful Facebook campaigns that would ensure 1 cent per click. This can be done, and I've seen this get done 1,000 times. Use and implement the techniques that I have shared with you, and you'll build a loyal following in no time.